Hello everyone, my name is Paul and I come from China. In this video, I'm gonna introduce and talking about the survival of retailers in an epidemic environment in global business. As we all know, the global business is very sensitive economic activities. Due to coronavirus, all the unnecessary industries where crowds gathered were closed. Even education parts as well, including the university and high school, and all the face-to-face tutorial and lectures are transferred into the online session, which is hard time for us, but in order to slow down the spread of COVID-19, it's worse, I have to say. But for the retailer, they suffer a lot of damage, and it definitely would be a challenge for them. The bricks and mortar retailers have been hit hard by the travel restrictions imposed by government around the world. That have forced the residents to stay indoors and be quarantined, which caused panic buying food. But panic buying boosts Australians' retailer trade. It has helped the retailer industry to grow during the crisis, but it also has the negative parts as well. And in this video, I'm gonna introduce step by step to say how those retailers be affected and.
I will make Australian and China retailers as an example to compare with it.
So, first of all, I'm gonna take the Australian retail supermarket for example. Sales of household goods and food surged in a short time. Supermarket operators have even had to set time limits on crowds. For example, the Woolworths. They restrict almost all the goods that customers can buy. These restrictions will be imposed on all items except fruit and vegetables and general commodities. One of the interesting things is the Australian people, they are storing the toilet paper. So the supermarket giants say that customer will be limited to one bag of toilet paper and all other categories as well. Regardless of brand, are limited to bags per customer. Besides, the supermarket giant has launched special shopping hours, offering vulnerable shoppers an hour to shop from Tuesday to Friday. Like Woolworths, they launched an action that will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. for elder and the disabled people. This is a supermarket field of retailer. The demand goes up. But for branded clothing retailers, many well-known multinational brands like Nike, like Adidas, or sort of retailer stores have to be closed. And they can only choose to sell online. But in the early days of the epidemic, even express delivery were not allowed, so almost all business were closed. This information about all demonstrates that international business is a vulnerable group influenced by political, economic, public health, Actually, public health, it belongs to the social factors, but all of these factors affected to the international business. So the international retailers are affected as well, like a Cosmo or sort of supermarket giant. They just affected by the coronavirus. Let it choose. So, in the short term, the epidemic directly affects the sales of retailer enterprises. The people stay at home, do not have the opportunity to shop, or do not have the physical impulse to consume. Therefore, it directly affects the number of stores, purchasing power, and prevents many buying opportunities. What if, in the long run, we need to rethink how does the retailer industry respond to these large-scale disasters? How does it ensure the basic necessaries of life and to reduce the fear of customers and stabilize the supply from the research and development of goods, the distribution of logistics, the arrival at home, the control of prices? So last part is the solutions. How does the retailer to cope with such a big hit? The first suggestion is the epidemic is a strategic opportunity to expand the online channels. So the crisis is the best driver of retailer development. The retailer can transfer their store into the online selling. So it means the development of network business is in line with the development of trend of science and technology. You can use online to sell all your products, which is quite a trend, quite easy actually. And number two, establish and improve the emergency response system. So this special period of time is economic crisis and depression with no doubt. So it is important to establish and improve the emergency response system for those international retailers company, like Woolworths, like Cosmos, or all sort of thing. Number three, isolate the upgrading of data, carry out network and marketing of members or potential communities. Social network marketing instead of physical store customers face-to-face contact density. So the online business can reduce the operating cost and the transaction cost. It also creates a better condition for the expansion of some growth format. And we all know this period of time, like we are suffering a lot of damage, especially economic or physically or sort of other stuff. But we are facing the challenge now, and we all hope to go through this crisis and smoothly and with no damage. And how to react to this crisis, we need to think of some solutions to solve it. Like online session for retailers is the best way to restart your business, and also it can reduce and can slow down the spread of COVID-19. And it is very special time, and I hope everyone can be safe. And this is my video presentation, and thank you for your watching and listening, and that's all. Thank you.